Hello everyone, Steve here. So for today's video, I'm gonna be talking about wait, yeah, I'm just gonna be actually, yeah, give me a sec, sorry guys. I feel, yeah, sorry my bad, yeah, sorry about that. Just a bit of gas came out, but anyways, yeah. So for today's video, I'm just gonna be talking about something. Of course, I don't feel like I don't think I feel like there have been people talking about it, but I feel like I feel like I feel like I should still address it nevertheless. That being how like off like content creators, specifically content creators who are just generally like awful people, of course, are still able to have a career. Like they're still able to make like millions of dollars, still have support from people, even though like they're just awful people. The reason why I want to talk about this is because I've been seeing like some TikToks about like two creators I've been hearing about, that being the one about like James Charles, as well as another, then also like, and some like red pill content creator by the name of Chud the Builder. I've been hearing his name, but I don't really, of course, and the situation and his situation, but I don't really know much about him. Of course, I probably have to like look into him a bit, but yeah, so pretty much like like, I don't know, I'm kind of shocked, of course, or like, I feel like generally I feel like anyone would be surprised, of course, of how like awful people like them, of course, allowed to still have a career, and still make bag a ton of money, even though they're bad. For like for example, James Charles, like I don't know how like, I'm surprised that he's still like he still has his career of like of not just being a content creator, but also being a part of like the makeup industry, in like the beauty industry, as well as like, and still has like a good amount of, and having like a large following, even though even though but he's just straight up a creep, of course. Like there's literally evidence of him like like texting underage guys, of course, and just being a straight up creep, but he still has a career nevertheless, which is like shocking. like like I don't know how like his fans or even anyone's like still supporting him. And also I don't know, yeah, like I don't know, it's just weird, it's just wild, of course, knowing like he's still, yeah, he still has a career. He still has a career, and he's still making a butt ton of money. And then for like Chud the Builder, well, I don't know much about him, as I stated. All I've heard is he's pretty much he ended up like, I don't know, getting arrested, of course, for like harassing people, of course. And he also, I think, which ends up like leading to like, I think, like to a gunfight, which he did like pull up a gun, but he ended up like somehow shooting himself shooting himself on on the foot, some like Looney Tune ass a mistake. But anyways, yeah. And the latest news I've been hearing so far is he's pretty much now facing charges, of course, for for both harassing, for harassment, as well for carrying a firearm, and stuff. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know much about him. All I've heard is he's just pretty much some red pill content creator, of course, who's some just red hair yeah, he's some just red pill content creator. And that's enough for me to know that he's probably not a good guy, like, at all. He's probably like the Charlie Kurt, or who else? The Charlie Kurt, and or I think it's what's the guy's name who like shocked the dog like on his stream as well, that. And then also Asmongold, yeah. He just that's like, those are the two that I'm aware of, so yeah. But anyways, yeah, I'm just wondering like how do like those people like still have a career goal. Like I don't know how people still support them, of course, yeah. And usually I don't usually like engaging in the content, yeah, or like watching at all. Like for example, of course, I remember like my friend, of course, was like, I don't know, send me like a link, or send me a message, of course, of one of like Logan Paul. Yeah, I think, no, is it Logan or Jake Paul? I don't know. I think no, it's actually Logan Paul. Like starting to collect like Pokemon cards, of course. Yeah, as well as now manga. Yeah, and limited edition, and manga comic, well, manga covers, yeah, those me of like One Piece and Dragon Ball, which, yeah, like I don't know, like I really, like I don't know, I heavily dislike, and as well as heavily dislike the Paul brothers, of course, for like all the stuff they've been up to. I know about like Logan Paul and all his controversies. Jake Paul, he's better than him. The only one I know about is like the fight with like Mike Tyson, of course, which is was which was like obviously rigged. And I know he's probably done some other stuff. I just don't know what. So yeah. But yeah, that's probably all I have to say for today's video. So Yeah. Bye bye.